Mashuk and 2-wire start, by the way, already. Which is almost a good chunk of damage, to be honest, by itself. Picking Walash into this combo is not the best choice. Because that combo literally does... I think that combo almost kills that Walash. The 𝗶𝗵𝗴 combo should kill the Walash if I'm not wrong, unless it has something like, I don't know, Mom's Lunch or something that can remove the neutrality and somehow... I mean, actually no, removing neutrality is gonna hurt even more. Because it's 2x, 𝗶𝗵 and Faraday, both of them on Walash are 2x.
Faraday is not 2x on Walash.
Ah, you're right, actually. It's true.
But if you'll notice that Plat's team, he has a handful of leads with a 𝗶𝗵𝗺s in Mashuk and Ragnet, and then 2 Faraday Cagers with 2-wire and Mogu, just in slightly different flavors. And then he's got 5 tanks next to those. Really, Yowler, Nox, Kala, Nid, 4 tanks, sorry. So you'll see his lead is always a threatening double, or like, you know, threatening two of your Tems constantly, and then his backline is all tanks, all bulky Tems, tough to kill, annoying traits, lots of health, lots of defense, investment,
Lots of annoyance, I guess.
Poison Tick, Stairs, Camo, Yowler. So it's just a lot to get through. You have to, if you can't bulk up your defenses fast, or your offenses fast, even to cut through his Tems quickly, you're just gonna get taken apart systematically. So if you notice, after a few games, you know, just watching this team, is very well built to have a handful of strong leads and then a bunch of tanky monsters in the back. Here's the thing now, 𝗶𝗵𝗴 looks definitely something that's like coming in, and I'm believing Toxic Ticks would be enough to get the kill on either one of these. 𝗬𝗬𝗪 does not want to come into that as well. 𝗬𝗶𝗪, well, probably does not as well. Tyranag actually, still doesn't matter, I think. Everything takes a lot of damage from 𝗶𝗵𝗴, to be honest. What would you do if you were 𝗬𝗀ers right now? Against a 𝗶𝗵 and Faraday. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you can just pick a slot and double whatever you think is your highest threat. Could do it on Mashuk, just. And there you go. You have the crystal spikes. Doing a pitiful 27 damage, 27%. Follow that up by Hypoxia. Just under 50%, but you have the wastewater, bringing him down to 74 with the poison tick, and the Faraday cage. Interestingly enough, he's only going to get the 1 poison tick because the wastewater went first.
Wait a second. Did he misclick that? Because last time I saw that being used, the person said that they misclicked, and it definitely looked like one. Or was that an intentional wastewater and... Oh wait, what? It doesn't make sense.
I mean...
There is...
That double killed any swap, though. Wastewater, you know, is effective on Amphitheer and Tyrannak, and Faraday is effective on Gyalis.
Okay,
so
that
maybe
can
he
be
thought, yeah. It's possible he thought the 𝗶𝗵 Faraday wouldn't have killed turn 1 anyway, so he was better off covering the double?
Probably.
I'm not sure.
But this might not turn around good for him now, because That Mashuk can die to the double lane again. Oh, there is no double lane, alright.
Now we see the Tyrannac and Mashuk leaves as well.
This is kind of huge if this is a tornado on that slot, because there will be no trans trigger here.
Oh, that's very true.
Come in.
Faraday into the Knack. Oh, the Knack is very beefy. But, you know, it doesn't care how beefy you are. Those 3 poison takes still going to be 37.5%. Taking you down, well down past 50. Down to 40%, 39%. The only solace here is that 𝗬𝗪 is very low on stamina now. And 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗶, although it likes to stay and maybe hit Tyrannac, it does not want to face off a tornado from 𝗬𝗪𝗀. Although, assuming that Funky's 𝗬𝗪𝗀 was max special attack, we probably know that this 𝗬𝗪𝗀, if it's max special attack, same as Funky, won't kill the Nox with a tornado. I think it was the same beta tornado that brought it down to 5% last time. Oh wow, that was a huge
OX.
OX
but
there.
It gets the job done, I guess.
Oh, he turned off his neutrality, so the poison ticks are gonna kill the 𝗬𝗪𝗀.
Oh
my goodness.
That Tyrannac working the other way around right now, doing the other shift. That might not be what 𝗬𝗪𝗪s was intending to do.
But it turns off mine as well, and you forget. Shook coming in here, double swapping out for Plat, bringing 2 different flavors of toxic stems. Tyrannac's leaving now, and 𝗏𝗏 comes back with the baton pass. Tornado going onto the Noxo slot, which is now 𝗂𝗏𝗃, takes it all the way down to 42%, but heals back 15. With the reactive vial, but 𝗏𝗏 does get the heal off 𝗬𝗪𝗀's death, so it's not a complete waste. However, he's gonna need to deal with that Mashuk if 𝗏𝗏 wants to stay on the ford here, on the field. I said ford? Field and board. Yep. Sorry, it's tough to commentate after a 12-hour shift of work.
It's completely fine. It's completely fine, I understand.
Okay, we do have 𝗵𝗏𝗃 coming in here. Interesting to see. Will we see a Spark Spikes onto the Mashuk? Is that going to be enough to take it out? However, 𝗵𝗏𝗃 does not like taking toxic damage, but Snrplat's entire team is toxic, so what does it really matter when 𝗵𝗏𝗃 is in?
I wonder if Tyrannac dies while 𝗏𝗏 is in there. Does 𝗏𝗏 get scavenger from Tyrannac, or does Tyrannac doesn't even give him the scavenger while he's dying?
I think the death turns off its own trait first, so 𝗏𝗏 would scav.
See.
Yeah, I mean, 𝗵𝗏𝗃 obviously, it does not threaten the 𝗂𝗏𝗃 because it's nullified right now. The only thing it would threaten is the 𝗏𝗂𝗽 and the 𝗬𝗪, but only after the nullified status drops. So really, its best use is probably sparking up 𝗏𝗏. I would imagine at this point.
I mean, he can Thunderstrike and C-Spike the 𝗂𝗏𝗃 to kill it, get the scavenger, but the thing is 𝗏𝗏 is still taking heavy damage from that uppercut or P-jab, whichever is coming next.
Yeah, I mean, he has to deal with this Mashuk right now if he wants 𝗏𝗏 to live much longer, so...
True.
You've got to try and take down this Mashuk. 𝗵𝗏𝗃 just swaps, okay. 𝗬𝗏𝗃 comes in to get the holds. I'm not sure if that was just a bait, maybe? Oh, it's a double swap, okay. So 𝗬𝗺 comes in where 𝗏𝗯 was. 𝗧𝗵𝗶 leaves anyway. And yeah, I think he's just trying to eat the tank from 𝗂𝗶𝗆 that's probably coming out here. Oh wow! Okay, the tank was in the 𝗏𝗯, and 𝗬𝗺 goes down.
Well, no traits are disabled now, fellas. Feel free to use your traits.
Yes, indeed. Oh, he's just using that baton pass, abusing it. Maybe he wanted 𝗬𝗺 to drop so 𝗏𝗯 could get another baton pass heal on the switch back. Now he's got a hold on 𝗬𝗪𝗧. So he's got strong physical and strong special attacks. Double up does threaten to kill. Both these Tems are right around 50% for Plat here. So let's see what MrKoenders decides to do. He's got full stamina, full HP on 𝗬𝗪𝗧, full stamina, 67% on 𝗏𝗯. Opting for the dust to avoid the proccing of trance. Crystal Bite is not enough. 1.2%.
Oh my god,
You'll
dude.
see that over and over again on 𝗏𝗍𝗃's team. He just knows how to spread these guys so that you're just, you know, wanting to shoot yourself after they survive with single-digit HP numbers.
I don't know. Matt is getting so close with that 𝗧𝗏𝗺 every game. It is actually giving me some tense vibrations as well. It's like, how can he just live every single match on low 1 digits and then go up to 50% and then just chill out like nothing happened? It played with death and nothing happened.
I mean, no, that's calced, obviously. It's two
Yeah.
beta bursts from 𝗏𝗠𝗍 into a Crystal Dust and a Sea Bite from 𝗬𝗪𝗧. Of course he calced that. Everybody knows he calced that.
Well, that 𝗧𝗏𝗺 is back up to 38.9%, but it has special defenses. It does not have the defense yet. So it will take physical attacks just fine.
I mean, maybe he was better off going with the full spikes and taking the damage while he could before the special defense buffs were added on. But I mean, he was really, he should have got the kill there. The 1% is just really terrible.
Yeah. Definitely hit him hard. So now we have a Ninja Jutsu coming in with a sharp stab, securing that kill right now as we talk about it. 𝗏𝗯 taking that scavenger up, hologram coming up, but he was not attacked at all whatsoever. 2 Tems and he is still hanging there. MrKoenders trying his best right now.
Oh, and the hologram coming out from 𝗏𝗂𝗽 there. Interesting. He had a chance to Faraday cage to 𝗬𝗪𝗧, but now it's probably on its way out. Although 𝗏𝗯 doesn't want to stay in here for this 𝗧𝗪𝗏's uppercut, so maybe 𝗬𝗪𝗧 has to stay if he wants to swap 𝗏𝗯 again.
I mean, what if just 𝗏𝗍𝗃 just goes with water, waste water here on 𝗏𝗏, just to make sure that if 𝗵𝗏𝗃 comes in, he gets punished and 𝗏𝗏 still gets a poison take on it.
Crystal
Let us
spikes
see.
into a crystal bite. Is it enough to get the kill? Okay, there we go. Does secure the kill at the cost
Scavenger
of an
coming up.
overexertion. Uppercut. Not enough to take down 𝗏𝗏. It gets to live for another turn. Spike again.
Common factor is actually good for MrKoenders right now. Does
Yes,
the
it is. It
spike
does.
kill a 2 wire is the question right now. I think Tuvar can just swap out and bring 𝗂𝗶𝗴 in, to be honest, to ensure that nothing dies and, you know, 𝗲𝗏 doesn't get another scavenger right now, because it definitely doesn't need one.
Yeah.
Like, for 𝗬�00 to win this match, he definitely needs the 𝗬𝗏 to be dead. The moment 𝗬𝗏 dies, the 𝗵𝗏𝗃 can carry this game, or at least try to carry this game. The 𝗂𝗶𝗴 can still attack 𝗵𝗏𝗃 for a good chunk, but that thunder attacks are gonna hurt as well, for sure.
Okay, getting some chip damage on the Shook. Another hologram coming out here. Matt playing defensively when maybe he should be putting his foot on the gas pedal. The Lash does take a wastewater covering in case the 𝗵𝗏𝗃 swapped. Spending a lot of stamina to do so though. And now 𝗬𝗏 is much closer to dying.
I think 𝗬𝗏 dies from a Thunder Strike right now.
Yeah, T-Strike probably is enough to do it. And 𝗬𝗏𝗺 is free to either... He could even rest if he wanted to here. Or try to take out the Tyrant, 2-wire, sorry.
I mean, it's neutrality right now, so it's definitely dying. Either do Thunder Strike, Plague, whichever he wants to do, but he goes with the Bright Beam actually.
Bright Beam, okay. A little bit defensive. It does get a damage boost with the Crystal Synergy to 45 base power. Tornado coming out of the 2-wire here.
I think mirroring just kills him,
right? Oh no, not quite enough. Hook kick. Okay, hook kick into the 𝗬𝗏 is enough with the nullify status to secure the kill after the Bright Beam.
And here we are now.
Overexert to do so.
I think Thunder Strike now and Bright Beam next turn is gonna be enough to clean up this game for 𝗬�00. Like, he was really behind, but he has definitely brought the game back by playing around a lot.
Yep, and he's not even gonna give 2-wire the chance to get the kill on the 𝗬𝗏𝗺. Water Jet from 𝗂𝗶𝗴 tries to do it, will not secure the kill either.
I think Seabite and Thunder Strike coming up soon should be enough to clean up this 𝗂𝗶𝗴.
Bright Beams anyway, just in case. Does not want to overexert, protects his 𝗵𝗏𝗃. He knows his 𝗬𝗏𝗺 is gonna OX here, and Tink is blocked. He secures the win safely.
No risks taken. That looks like match number 1 for MrKoenders, taking this match away.
Not making a silly mistake, just playing solid and hoping Matt gave him the opportunity, which he did get, so he took advantage of it.
So Matt again, 2-wire is being banned on this side and Tulkun is being banned on the other side. Matt is looking at 𝗬𝗏𝗺 right now to begin this match with. 𝗬𝗏𝗺 or 𝗂𝗶𝗴, he is thinking right now which one should he pick. 𝗬𝗏𝗃 is still being dragged over as well, but I still think 𝗬𝗏𝗃 and 2-wire are good openings, to be honest. But since 2-wire is not there anymore, it's gonna be 𝗬𝗏𝗺 that's gonna be probably coming in as a combo.
Yes, but he can deal with 𝗬𝗏𝗺. He has a couple of ways. He does have the 𝗬𝗏𝗺, but 𝗬𝗏𝗺 doesn't really want to be in this game. 𝗵𝗏𝗃's T-Strike will do some good damage. I don't know if it threatens the kill turn 1 with double. Of let's say, you know, we see the mix of maybe C-Spikes plus Thunder Strike may kill, may not, I'm not sure. But he does decide to go with Mix and 𝗵𝗏𝗃 here, probably trying to discourage heavily the Yowler or 𝗬𝗏𝗃 second pick. Although both of them are weak to the 𝗬𝗏𝗺, I don't think Unless his mix is very bulky, it's probably not living a Faraday cage. Definitely not after a P-jab. Neither one of these are living a P-jab Faraday cage.
I mean, Banshee doesn't even need a P-jab Faraday cage. Banshee can just take an electric attack in the face while Faraday goes on to the mix with. Either way, I mean, you said right. Both of them do not want to stay against this opener right here. Do you think that 𝗬𝗧𝗵𝗶 is coming in? I wonder if 𝗬𝗪s decides to take the Tyrannac in this time or not. I do think that he might not take Tyrannac this time around because he definitely has more use of traits right now if you see than what Plat has, to be honest. Like neutrality, puppet master, mirroring, all three of the traits are really good. Let us see 𝗬𝗪s versus Plat about to begin.
He does still take the Tyrannac just because 𝗬𝗪 doesn't feel so good. It really only wants to fight 𝗬𝗪. And while 𝗬𝗪 is a big threat for him, he just doesn't see enough value for the rest of the match from the 𝗬𝗪 to pick it.
That is true. Both of them though were feeling bad in this matchup, to be honest. They are both heavy weak to toxic and well, Matt is full of them.
Yes. The only way I can see this lead going well for 𝗬𝗪s is if potentially a Beta Burst and Crystal Spikes is enough to take out the Ragnet, but again, Matt runs very bulky Tems, so we might just see him living on a single percent HP and killing either slot here.
I still think this double in is really strong right now and it's gonna pretty much impact a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to try to avoid the double in altogether, maybe try to take out Ragnet. Oh, and Matt does swap out the Ragnet here.
Yeah, he needs the 3 poison ticks, to be honest.
3 poison
If he did
ticks.
it on mix, then it's probably dying, I believe.
Yeah.
But it's a double swap. Interesting.
3 swaps. Yep. Tyrannac eats the damage from the Faraday very well, but again, nothing stopping those poison ticks unless you're toxic typing. Or immunity trait. Or next to a Guardian 𝗬𝗵. But that's all.
I think that 𝗬𝗪𝗺 can still take a P-jab Faraday, but I'm just not 100% sure if it wants to take it. Wastewater coming in on the Tyrannac does really good chunk of damage. Will still be living on 4%. Faraday cage coming in on 𝗬𝗪𝗺. Good chunk of damage, 42.2% left. Embers coming in. Still think that was a really good turn for Plat, to be honest. Getting a mirroring 𝗬𝗪𝗺 down to such low HP without taking any damage is such good value as well, because since he does not have any special attackers, that's good for him. I think Faraday cage right now is the best move to take 𝗬𝗪𝗺 down, to be honest, because you know, like most of the attackers that are killing 𝗬𝗪𝗺 are special attackers, which is why mirroring is seeing so much value right now. So I think 𝗬𝗪𝗺 and Faraday cage right now are really good to kill the 𝗬𝗪𝗺, because you don't proc mirroring at all.
Yeah, and there's also Stone Ball or Seismic Shrek or other physical earth techniques, but you have to, or you want to be a Tem that resists melee as well, or at least is not weak to it. Another Wastewater is going to finish off the Tyrannac, And 𝗂𝗶𝗆 comes in to eat that hook kick, I believe, doing just over 25% damage. 𝗬𝗏𝗀 coming back in, liking this board, not seeing any Ragnets on the field. No Molgus either. Gallus is here to protect it from Ragnet coming in, but only 42% HP left. It does not have too many turns remaining. You see the sharp stabs here. Careful not to overexert the Gallus. Into a Hypoxia, not enough to secure the kill. Tornado probably would have been enough since it was only had 4% left. Hypoxia is 120 base power and Tornado 135.
What I'm thinking right now is basically the Banshee is good enough to kill, well, at least it can directly kill the Mushuk next turn after a double in this turn if it is possible, but I don't know if he just swaps it out or keeps it for later.
The other thing I was gonna say though is if he did Tornado, it would have gone before the well, no, he Sharp Stabs, so Sharp Stab still goes first. So yeah, now he ends up having to spend another full Hypoxia to kill this 𝗂𝗏𝗃. That's, even though he did have the vigorized status from the fake beard, it's still a big expense essentially of another turn and another attack going into that 𝗂𝗏𝗃 once again. And now we're back to the lead. Molgu Ragnet versus Mix Barnshee. We see a pivot Barnshee into the Amphitheater. Electro Punch well read there. Amphitheater eating it like a champ. 1/4 resist. And spikes into the Ragnet, taking it down to 30%. And the Faraday Cage is not enough to kill the Mix. Brings it into Puppet Master. So now we have a game on our hands here. 𝗬𝗠ders is doing very well to deal with this team from MatGia. He's really maneuvering the board, stayed very well to keep himself in the game, and he won game 1. He's looking to be in a good spot here game 2.
Yeah, it is definitely looking really solid, like he's not trying to lose the grip of the game. This time around it is way more closer than last time we talked about it. Or we saw it, I guess. Mom's lunch coming in from 𝗏𝗏𝗃. Thunderstrike should be enough to take care of it.
Yep. And that does actually help out Amphitheater. Well, I mean, kind of yes and no. It doesn't, it's not exhausted for this turn. I guess if you want to take it on the first turn, it's up to you, but kind of neutral. It does drain all of the stamina though from Mix. Does not overexert, but it's gonna have to suicide itself for another spikes. Maybe Plat is baiting it and does not intend to keep the Ragnet in. But even so, the Ragnet doesn't really threaten Amphitheater all that much, although he is probably faster than Nid, so even if we do see a Bright Beam here, he can get through the evasion with the Ragnet and Toxicking from 𝗏𝗏𝗃.
Definitely. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 already has allergic spread up, I believe, and Mix is definitely in trouble here. Mix might swap out for Gyalis so that the Chamomile is procced and it won't be taking the toxic ticks while still being alive and getting the holds off. But let us see if that is the play they go for. No, there is Sparks coming in on Amphitheater himself. C-Spikes coming in. He went for the all-in right now. Doing 27% damage to the Mashuk.
Self-Spark is interesting. I guess he did not want to risk. Yeah, he wants to save 𝗬𝗧𝗺 to kill Ragnet, I guess, because Mix just died with the C-Spikes. Barnshee is safe here with Ragnet off the board. If Ragnet would have stayed, obviously it would have died. So now he's in a decent position, actually. It's going to be a 50-50 which slot the Ragnet comes in on. As long as Barnshee gets a wind attack off into a toxic. Oh no. Everyone stays in. Tornado onto the Mashuk. Not quite enough to take it down, but we have the Bright Beam to follow up, take off that Poison Tick, give it an evade, but a double up into the Amp kills it. Wastewater into the Toxic Ink. And Amp is going down. Didn't even really get to use that Spark, but I guess he kind of had a dead turn last turn if he wasn't swapping. He knew Mix was dying. No use of clicking any other move, really. He would have been better off there finishing off the Mashuk. Because that would force in the Ragnet to take this Crystal Bite from 𝗬𝗧𝗺.
That is true.
Although
now,
if 𝗧𝗵𝗺 dies to this Hypoxia, 𝗬𝗧𝗺 does survive to take down the Ragnet. Again, we see Plat living on the 9%. Oh, but the Tink is not enough.
The 𝗬𝗧𝗺 living.
The immunity,
dude.
The Toxic Tick saves 𝗬𝗧𝗺, and it's MrKoenders living on 2%. Sharp stabs likely enough to take out this Ragnet. And Barnshee lives to finish off the 𝗧𝗵𝗺 with the Tornado. GG 2-0.
The 2% that mattered. Oh. And that will be a GG